Hey there, I'm Dawson, and I am so glad you're watching church today. We're kicking off a series called Tough Stuff, and that means anything that might feel scary, difficult, or hard. We all know a little about that because we all go through some tough stuff in life. We're gonna take a look at some people in the Bible who went through some tough stuff too. To start, let's talk about one of my favorite guys in the Bible, Joseph. He knows a thing or two about tough stuff because, well, his whole life was pretty tough. Growing up, his brothers hated him. They eventually threw him into a pit and sold him to strangers to live as a slave in Egypt. But the tough stuff didn't end there. I know we can learn something from Joseph's story because through all the tough stuff, God still had a plan for Joseph. And God has a plan for us. That reminds me of a Bible verse which talks about the good plans God has for us. It's in Jeremiah 29:11, and it says, "For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. They are plans for good and not disaster, to give you a future and a hope." Get ready to show off some dance moves, and let's sing this verse together right now.
For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. They are plans for good and not for disaster, to give you a future and a hope. They are plans for good and not for disaster, to give you a future and a hope. Says the Lord. They are plans for good and not for disaster, to give you a future and a hope. They are plans for good and not for disaster, to give you a future and a hope.
That is such a great verse from the Bible. It reminds us that whatever tough stuff we go through, God still has a plan for us. Plans to give us a hope and a future. And that word hope is so important. It means you expect that God will do something good. That's something we can count on. It might not be good right away or in the way we expect, but we can believe God will make all things good because ultimately, all things will be made perfect in heaven. Let's check out our Bible story about Joseph to find out more about some of the tough stuff he went through. And pay attention to Joseph's attitudes and his actions during the tough stuff. Let's watch.
Stories of the Bible. Joseph in Egypt. This is Joseph, Hey! Who was the son of Israel and Rachel. He was his father's favorite, so his brothers hated him and sold him into slavery. You see, Joseph was taken to Egypt, and Potiphar, one of the Pharaoh's officials, bought him for his household. God was with Joseph, and he did well in Potiphar's house. Potiphar saw that God made everything Joseph did a success. So he put Joseph in charge of his whole house.
Yeah!
And God blessed Potiphar's house because of this. Potiphar's wife saw how well Joseph was doing in the house, and she wanted to make him do bad things. Joseph ran away from her because he wanted nothing to do with someone who would try to make him do the wrong thing. This made Potiphar's wife angry, and she wanted to be rid of Joseph. So she lied and made Potiphar believe that Joseph had done the bad things that she wanted him to do. Potiphar burned with anger against Joseph and sent him to prison. While Joseph was in prison, again, he did well, and the warden soon made him responsible for all that was done there. God was with Joseph and gave him success in whatever he did. When 2 full years had passed, Pharaoh was having unsettling dreams. Pharaoh did not understand his dreams, so he sent for Joseph. Pharaoh asked Joseph to tell him the meaning of his dreams. With God's help, Joseph told Pharaoh that the dreams told of what could come in the future, and he explained all the dreams to the Pharaoh. Pharaoh believed that what Joseph was saying was true. He trusted Joseph as a wise man, and he put him in charge of the land of Egypt, of Pharaoh's palace, and of all his people.
Wow, mean brothers, betrayed and sold by his own family, accused of doing something he didn't do and ending up in prison. That's some serious tough stuff. But did you notice what Joseph did in the midst of all that? He kept on working hard and doing good things. Instead of letting his feelings decide how he would act, maybe feelings of being sad or angry or having a bad attitude, Joseph did his best to continue doing good things. That reminds me of our big idea for today. When stuff is tough, I can keep doing good things for God. That's right. I mean, think about some of the good things Joseph did. In Potiphar's house and in prison, Joseph worked hard and was blessed and put in charge. With Pharaoh, Joseph helped him understand his dreams, and he was released from prison and placed in a very important position, second to the Pharaoh. We can see that God had good plan to give Joseph leadership and power in Egypt. But he had to go through some tough stuff first. And God was with Joseph through it all. Like Joseph, we can choose the attitude we have when stuff feels tough. We can choose to keep doing our best to honor God with everything we think, say, and do. It reminds me of when I've lost a soccer game or a video game and I'm feeling pretty bummed, but I can choose how I act. Speaking of games, we've got a new episode of one of my favorite shows, Versus. This week, we'll meet Matt and Abby and check out today's challenge. Who will win and who will lose? Let's find out.
Hey, I'm Matt.
And I'm Abby.
And we've been friends for years. And we're always looking for new ways to one-up each other.
Over the course of this series, we're going to take on challenges to make new memories and win. Well, actually win nothing, but it sure is going to be a great time.
This is Versus.
By now, Matt knows all too well that I'm the best at Mario Kart because we've been playing this with our friends for years and I usually win. Today I thought we'd even the odds with a low-tech twist on the classic video game. The rules are simple. Both players will launch their racers at the same time and see who can be the first to complete 6 laps around the course. There's just one thing. Each player can knock their opponent off the course with this little button here. Think you can handle that?
You know, your days of beating me in Mario Kart are over.
First, we have to pick out our racers. I'll be Mario, of course.
Mario's overrated. I'm gonna be Yoshi. All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Let's race. See, Mario's just not that great.
Okay,
I win.
Hold up. That was way too fast. I say best 2 out of 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Oh no, Yoshi! No. Fast. Oh my gosh. Oh, there we go. Oh, no! Oh, man.
I won.
Okay. It's all right. You won, I won. Last one.
One more time.
Winner takes it all. And 1, 2, 3, go! Woo! Go. Yoshi, go. Oh, I knocked him off. Here we go. Come on. Yeah. Woo! Yeah. 2 out of 3 means I'm the winner. Move aside, Abby. Mario Kart has a new champion.
It's not even the real game.
Okay, it doesn't matter. I want fair and square, and according to the rules, the winner must be crowned.
You've got to be kidding.
All right, bring out the belt. I am the champion. Woo! Thank you. Oh man, it feels so good to win today. I mean, check this belt out. It is awesome. But if I'm gonna be honest, I mean, no one really likes to lose, right? It's human nature. Nobody plays sports because they want to see the other team win. But losing isn't always a bad thing. After a loss, you're faced with a choice. Do you give up or do you go on? Will you have a good attitude or a bad attitude? See, how you respond to the tough stuff shows a lot about who you are and what you believe. The truth is, life is full of tough stuff. You know, the things that might feel scary, difficult, or hard. It can be anything from getting sick to a friend moving away or losing a loved one. The longer life goes on, the more tough stuff you will face. In the Bible, Joseph had it pretty good early on in his life. He was his dad's favorite son, he was spoiled with special gifts like a coat of many colors, but he still faced some tough stuff. First, his brothers sold him into slavery, and after that, he was falsely imprisoned for a crime he didn't commit. In a short span of time, Joseph went through more than most of us ever will. But Joseph chose to keep doing good things God's way. Eventually, his life turned around in a major way. You see, when Pharaoh had a dream that made no sense at all to anyone, it was Joseph who saved the day. With God's help, Joseph successfully explained what the dreams meant. Pharaoh rewarded him by placing him in a position of power to rule over Egypt as his second in command. No matter what Joseph faced or how he was feeling, he continued to do good things. God worked out Joseph's tough stuff for his good plans. Through Joseph, God was able to save all of Egypt and all of Joseph's family, including the entire nation of Israel. How Joseph responded to the tough stuff teaches us a lot about how we can handle the tough stuff in our life too. Like Joseph, we can't always help what happens to us, but we can control how we respond. I'm sure you have all gone through times that made you afraid or lonely or sad. You probably know already that sometimes life isn't very fair, but I hope that when you do go through tough stuff, you would remember that God cares about you and He has good plans for you. Maybe next time you face some tough stuff, instead of getting mad or frustrated, maybe pause and think of one good thing you can do in that moment. For example, you can give a smile to someone or say thank you to God about something good in your life today. You might be surprised how a simple thing like that can help you. Or maybe you choose to stop and pray to God. Tell him how you are feeling and ask him to help you get through whatever tough stuff you got. We can trust that God will make things right, either here on earth or up in heaven. Believing this helps you get through the toughest of things. Well, anyways, I've got to get going, but Abby and I will be back next week with a new challenge. Hopefully, I can keep my bell right here, but we'll just have to wait and see. Have a great week, everybody, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!
Matt is the champion. That was awesome. I love that in his victory speech, he reminded us that whether you win or lose, you can still have a good attitude and honor God with your actions. That's exactly what we see Joseph doing in our Bible story. Life was hitting him hard time after time with tough stuff, but he didn't act out of anger or treat people badly or have a bad attitude. He worked hard and helped others. God was with him. And God is with you too. He has a good plan for everyone who believes in him. Our lives on earth won't be perfect. Sometimes things will feel really tough. You might be going through some hard times in your friendships, with your family, or in school. If we don't know what to do or we feel like we can't do good things in those, we can start by choosing one good thing we can do in that moment. Even one smile to someone, one thank you God, or one prayer to God can make a huge difference in how we feel. Something you can always do when you're going through tough stuff is talk to God and consider reaching out to a safe adult about how you're feeling. God is always ready to listen to you. Well, friends, it has been so great hanging out, singing, and learning about Joseph with you today. And remember, when you're going through tough stuff, you can keep doing good things for God. And hey, we'd love to see you in person too. So check out our campus locations and find a Saddleback Kids near you. Don't forget, we have some awesome activity sheets, coloring pages, and even some stuff for your parents online at saddlebackkids.com. Check it out, and we'll see you here next week. Bye.